Welcome, and congratulations on being accepted as a participant in the Driven to Teach Mid-Atlantic Region Founding Generation and Founding Principles Field Seminar. My name is Professor Ness. I will be co-directing the field seminar with Dr. Matthew Mason. We look forward to meeting you and working together as we prepare for our field seminar in June. Our first meeting will be held on February 22nd. Prior to that meeting, all participants are required to complete a digital Chalk Talk assignment based on 2 readings, one by Dr. David McAuliffe, and the second, a recording about Thomas Jefferson and slavery on the podcast Hidden Brain. Both of those assignments and the digital Chalk Talk you will be completing can be found on our course website. To find the assignment and complete it, you will need to visit youcanteach.org. That's youcanteach.org. On arrival, you will need to go directly to our field seminar. There are 2 ways to access that, and since you're going to be accessing it a number of times during the field seminar, let me show those to you now. You can click on the link at the beginning, Driven to Teach Mid-Atlantic Region, or you can go directly below to this year's field seminar, Founding Fathers, Founding Mothers, the Mid-Atlantic, and hyperlink on the year or on the picture itself. On arrival on our website, you will see the enduring understanding, essential questions, knowledges, and skills that will drive our instruction and drive the experience we have while on the field seminar. If you pull down that page, you can see a copy of our itinerary, but for our purposes, you will also see a copy of all of the assignments we are completing. Prior to our field seminar, all participants will read and study numerous texts. Each text will be connected to a specific assignment. Those texts will be given out to you on the field seminar on February 22nd. In addition, assignments will be explained with more depth. The purpose of the assignments we complete on the field seminar is threefold. 1, to model best pedagogical practices. 2, to help you, the participants, learn the content. And 3, to transfer to the Level 1 and Level 2 state core curriculums. Details of those assignments are available on the hyperlink entitled Flipped Classroom, Reading and Assignments, and/or the button icon below. Now I'm going to go directly to the assignment that's related to our February 22nd meeting date. That assignment is entitled Kickoff Chalk Talk. Click on the text link or the pictures to take you directly to the assignment. Read with me as I read the assignment below. Instructions. All participants will read David McAuliffe's Knowing History and Knowing Who We Are and listen to the podcast entitled A Founding Contradiction, Thomas Jefferson's Stance on Slavery. The article and podcasts are accessible via the web link below. Each participant will identify 2 to 3 of their favorite quotes, ideas, etc., found within each of the readings and/or podcast, and write why, briefly, this quote or idea appeals to them. In addition, participants will respond to a minimum of 3 of their peers' posts within each online Chalk Talk. If you scroll down the page, you'll see the 2 assignments. The first Chalk Talk, Why History Matters, Knowing History and Knowing Who We Are. You can access that reading on the link right here below. So I'm going to start by taking you to that link. You'll notice it opened in a second web page. And the article is right here. Take the time to read through the article. While reading, highlight quotes or ideas that are meaningful to you. Now, I've read this assignment multiple times, and each time I find something new that is of interest to me. Once you've read the article, return to the web page, and on the Chalk Talk, you're going to post 2 to 3 of your favorite quotes and tell me why, briefly, those quotes appeal to you. Let me show you how that's done. I'm simply going to click on the plus mark below. I'm going to post my quote in here that I found interesting. And I actually find this interesting because of an article I recently read, so I'm going to make that connection. I'm then going to add, why does this quote have meaning to me? Now that I've recorded my own responses to the quote, I'm actually going to link the article that I reference in my quote. So I click on the link here. I can open the article that I referenced, enter the URL, and now my audience, i.e. you, can read one of my favorite quotes and why that quote has meaning to me. In addition, you can read the actual article I reference. When finished, please go in and read some of your peers' posts. As you read, respond to 3 of their posts as well. What did you like about them? What did you find interesting? How did their insights inform your reading of the David McCullough reading? Now that you know how to do the Chalk Talk, the next assignment will be fairly easy. Your second reading, or podcast, is entitled A Founding Contradiction, Thomas Jefferson's Stance on Slavery. This assignment will be completed in the same manner as the previous assignment. But rather than read the text, you can listen to the actual podcast, either here or if you're commuting to and from work. Look up the podcast, Hidden Brain, and the title, A Founding Contradiction, Thomas Jefferson's Stance on Slavery. Listen to the podcast.
This is Hidden Brain.
All nations
At the stroke of the midnight hour,
are built on stories.
India will awake to life and freedom.
If you prefer, a transcript of the podcast can be found from this link. When finished, you'll do the same thing you did above, write some of your favorite quotes or ideas, and when finished, you'll respond to those of your peers. Now, this is the important thing. This assignment, your kickoff Chalk Talk, it needs to be completed prior to our February 22nd meeting. At that meeting, we will be discussing the Chalk Talk, your reactions to the readings, what you liked, what you agreed with, what you didn't agree with. So it's critical that assignment be done prior to then. In fact, I will be grading it and posting a grade on Canvas for that assignment on February 29th, 1 week after the due date, which is the standard practice I will have. Okay, I hope that's clear as mud. As indicated previously, Matt and I look forward to meeting with you on February 27th. Goodbye and happy reading.